Howdy folks, we are out on another winter adventure. It's a cold day, but the rain has finally stopped, which means it was a chance for me to get outside and have a little bit of fun. So I've got water warming up on the Firebox right now. Once that comes up to a boil, we're going to throw in our instant hot cocoa for just an extra special treat today. Kind of my excuse to have a little bit of sugar. I swore off sugar a couple weeks ago, but when I'm outside, yeah, that's a different deal entirely. I can get away with being a little more decadent than when I'm sitting at home and not getting any exercise. So for lunch today, we're going to actually focus on a little bit healthier fare. And we've got some basic white rice that I actually pre-cooked last night. It's wrapped up. The beauty of white rice is it'll actually store unrefrigerated as long as it's wrapped up for 2 or 3 days without any issues. It's a great snack when you're out on a hike and you don't have time to cook. Or if you don't want to sit around and spend 20 minutes cooking rice, I highly recommend pre-cooking it. Mixed in with that rice, we've got some basic stir-fry ingredients. We've got broccoli, some bell peppers, and my standby carrot, because you guys know how much I love my carrot. And then for our protein, we're going to toss in some Pacific Pink Salmon. These pouches are very similar to the chicken pouches that I've used in the past. They're individual servings, small portions, and they'll keep safely unrefrigerated. It's a great alternative to a freeze-dried meal. So let's get that water going, get our cocoa cooking, and then we'll get back to work on getting lunch ready to go. So for the veggies, we're going to go pretty simple. Just going to chop everything up. Then we'll throw it in a pan to warm it up and put a little bit of a sear on it. I'm going to start by adding in the instant coffee. And then add in our cocoa. Put the lid back on there to keep that warm. And then let's get our rice warming back up. And all we're going to do for the rice is give it a quick steam and let it sit off to the side. That is good. If you've never tried the Mexican style cocoa before, I highly recommend you give it a shot. There's just a hint of cinnamon and some other spices that I can't quite figure out, but oh my goodness, that flavor is amazing. So I've got the rice slowly steaming and trying to bring it back up to temperature. Once that happens, we're going to pull it off the heat and we'll give the veggies a quick grill. I don't have any cooking oil or butter with me today, but I think if we use some of the liquid from the salmon, that should be just enough to keep it from sticking too bad in the pan. It's back to that poor planning on my part. But I guess that's half the adventure. Just toss all of these veggies in. Give them a nice, quick char. Soften them up. Bring a lot of that flavor out. We don't need to get fancy. Just need to get them cooked. Alright, so we're going a little bit more of a choose-your-own adventure for next week. I've been given a couple of different suggestions on meals to try out there on my next hike, and I'd like you folks to tell me which way should I go. We can either make a lasagna or a shepherd's pie. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not sure that I'm up for the challenge for either one of those. Can't guarantee the results, but you know I'm willing to give it a shot. So let me know in the comments below, what would you like me to make next week? Lasagna or a shepherd's pie? And that's the direction we're going to head. I'm excited to see what happens. But again, no guarantee on the results. Well, that rice is just about done. I'm going to pull that out and transfer our vegetables into the pan. Alright, now all we're going to do is throw that salmon in the pan, let it warm up a little bit. Well, there we have it, folks. We got some fresh white rice, some grilled veggies, and some pink salmon. Not your typical trail food, but I can tell you it's a lot better than any freeze-dried meal that you're going to have on an average hiking adventure. I think if I were to do this over again, I'd probably cook everything in one pot. Cook the rice and salmon at the same time. That'd bring in a little bit more flavor of the salmon. And it would reduce the need to go back and forth between pot and pan like I did. But all in all, I'd say it's a success. So until next time, folks, hope to see you out there on the trail. Let's go for a walk. That's really good.